The film begins by showing a Santa Claus sitting inside a bar drinking alcohol. Another old Santa comes and sits near him and asks, "How long have you been doing this job?" Santa replies, "I don't even remember how long I've been doing the job of Santa Claus." He then says that children these days have become very naughty and that it feels like this might be his last Christmas. It is also revealed that Santa has grown somewhat bored with his life, but despite that, he still performs his duty responsibly. Before leaving, Santa gives a gift to the bar owner and says, "This is for your grandson." After saying this, he leaves. The bar owner is shocked and confused, thinking how Santa knew about her grandson and even knew that she had one. When she goes outside to look for him, she sees Santa sitting on his sleigh and flying away into the air. The bar owner becomes extremely happy and realizes that this was the real Santa Claus. In the next scene, we are shown a family consisting of a couple and their daughter named Trudy. They are traveling to celebrate Christmas at Trudy's grandmother's house, meaning the mother's family home. When they arrive, Christmas preparations are already going on inside the house, and many other family members and guests are present. At this moment, the head of the family, the eldest family member, arrives. She happily meets her granddaughter Trudy and asks everyone to come and eat. At the same time, Santa Claus is flying on his sleigh and delivering gifts to every needy child. Trudy's parents bring a gift for her and tell her that they wanted to give it to her before Christmas night. When Trudy opens the gift, she finds a walkie-talkie, a device similar to a mobile phone. Her parents explain that she can only talk to Santa Claus using this device. Since Santa will be busy delivering gifts tonight, he might not be able to talk, so she should send him messages instead. After saying this, her parents leave the room. Standing outside the door, they hear their daughter talking to Santa. Trudy says that she does not want any gift. She only wishes that her mother and father always stay together, always remain together. Hearing this, her parents become very emotional and deeply touched by their daughter's innocent wish. Meanwhile, Santa Claus arrives at their house on his sleigh and stops there. At this point, a man enters the house pretending to be a worker responsible for Christmas decorations. However, he is not a real worker. He goes into the security control room and wakes up a guard. It is then revealed that he and his team are thieves who have come to rob the house and have already prepared a full plan. The man signals his teammates and all the thieves take their positions. Their leader, Scrooge, also arrives. He first shoots a security guard and then kills all the guards present there before entering the house. Hearing the gunshots, Santa awakens. Chaos spreads among all the family members and they start hiding. Trudy's grandmother arrives with 2 guards, but when Scrooge confronts them, he attacks both bodyguards and kills them in a single move. Santa, who was watching everything from above, enters a room to hide. However, one of Scrooge's men spots him and attacks him, even attempting to shoot him. Due to the gunfire, the flying animals pulling Santa's sleigh panic and fly away, which makes Santa extremely angry. Santa brutally beats the attacker and throws him out of the window. Santa himself accidentally gets caught in the lights and falls out of the window as well. He realizes that the thief is dead. Looking back inside through the window, Santa sees that all the family members have been captured. At first, Santa decides to leave, but then he chooses to help them and decides to go back inside. Trudy's grandmother tells Scrooge that once her brother was kidnapped and her father called the security team who killed all the kidnappers. Scrooge replies that he knows security teams can arrive here as well, and that they might already be on their way. Scrooge then reveals that the $300 million under her possession are hidden beneath the house. He knows that the government gave her that money to distribute among the poor, but she never gave even a single dollar to anyone and kept all the money locked in her safe. He says he has come to take that money. Scrooge and his men go to the security room where the cameras are installed. There, they discover that one of their teammates has been killed, the one Santa killed earlier. Meanwhile, Santa is shown trying to call the police using a phone, but the call does not go through because the phone is broken. Another thief enters the room and Santa attacks him from behind. When the thief turns around, Santa stabs him with his magical staff. But since it is magical, the thief is unharmed. Santa then shoots him with a gun and kicks his body away. Their fight continues, and finally, Santa uses an electric star, piercing it into the thief's eye. When Santa turns it on, the light causes an electric shock, burning the thief's head and killing him on the spot. Santa finds a walkie-talkie on the dead thief. He hears Trudy's voice on it. Santa checks his list and sees that Trudy's name is on the good list. He tells her that these thieves are on the naughty list and that he will save her and her family. Santa then goes to the security room and sees a dead security guard, clearly killed by Scrooge. On the walkie-talkie, Santa hears Scrooge trying to contact his men. Santa responds saying, "I am Santa. Listen to me. One of your men is dead and I killed him." Scrooge believes that this is a fake Santa. Santa notices that he is bleeding, but instead of caring about himself, he is more worried about the family. Scrooge kills Trudy's grandmother and asks her which Santa she called. She replies that she did not call any Santa. Scrooge then breaks Trudy's father's finger and threatens Trudy's mother to tell the truth. At this moment, Trudy innocently tells Scrooge, "Uncle, don't do this or Santa will not spare you." Hearing this, Trudy's father tells her that Santa is not real and exists only in stories. This deeply hurts Trudy and she runs away crying. A female thief goes after her. Scrooge secretly contacts Santa again on the walkie-talkie and says that Santa is not real. Santa replies that all parents say the same thing, but he still brings gifts to needy children. Scrooge asks how Santa knows which child deserves gifts the most. Santa replies that it is Christmas magic and he does not know how it works, he just does his job. We then see the entire family as the thief tells them to share their gifts with each other because it is their last Christmas. When Trudy's father gives his gift to his wife, she becomes emotional and teary-eyed. Meanwhile, Santa moves toward another room, but the female thief spots him. Santa runs, and she signals Scrooge, who arrives and causes an explosion. Santa survives, but he is captured and tied up. Scrooge throws Santa's bag into the fire, making Santa furious. Santa starts naming all the thieves. One of them asks how he knows their names. Santa replies, "My name is Santa Claus, and I know everything." Just as Scrooge is about to shoot Santa, snow begins falling inside the room, thrown by Trudy from the upper floor. Scrooge says, "Wait, this is not snow, it's foam." As he loses focus, Santa breaks free, escapes through the chimney, and climbs upward, leaving everyone shocked. Outside, Santa sees what appears to be a security team approaching. Inside the house, Trudy's uncle breaks a window and runs outside to seek help, but the team leader shoots him, revealing that they are actually part of the thieves' group. Scrooge tells his team that a madman pretending to be Santa has built a base inside the house and is killing their people. They begin searching for Santa. Scrooge goes down to the basement and checks the safe, only to find it completely empty. All the money is gone. Santa speaks to Scrooge over the walkie-talkie, saying that many people here are on his naughty list and that he can no longer tolerate them. He says he will do whatever it takes to save the family. Trudy asks Santa what he would wish for if he could. Santa replies that he wants to see his wife again. He removes his wedding ring, which falls down. When he bends to pick it up, he finds a hammer. Holding it, Santa declares that he will now kill all the bad people and settle the score. Trudy becomes very happy. Scrooge's team enters Santa's room, and Santa brutally kills them one by one using the hammer. Meanwhile, Scrooge threatens the family again, demanding to know who stole the money. When he points a gun at Trudy's mother, Trudy's father steps forward and confesses that he stole the money so he could escape forever with his wife and daughter. Elsewhere, two thieves search for Trudy. One climbs the stairs but falls because a step is broken, causing a nail to pierce his mouth. The female thief climbs up and spots Trudy, but Trudy throws balls at her. One ball hits her and another hits the thief standing on the stairs, making him fall. A nail pierces his head, killing him. The female thief slips into glue on the floor, her body becoming stiff like a statue, but her head is detached. She still tries to attack Trudy, but Santa arrives and beats her repeatedly with a rod until she dies. Scrooge retrieves the stolen money, but still decides to kill everyone. A thief asks who wants to die first, and the family pretends to argue over it, using it as a distraction to kill the thief. Scrooge opens fire, but Santa arrives and kills the remaining thieves with his hammer. Scrooge escapes with the money and Santa chases him. One thief attacks Trudy's parents, but they fight back together and kill him. They hug each other afterward, but Trudy is unhappy because she wants them to stay together forever. Scrooge waits for Santa. Santa crashes his vehicle into a tree and falls. Scrooge finds Santa's list and sees his own name on the naughty list, realizing this is the real Santa. Still, he tries to kill him. A final brutal fight takes place. Scrooge seems to kill Santa, but Santa burns Scrooge alive with his power and throws his burning body down. Another thief shoots Santa and he falls. Trudy's grandmother suddenly appears and shoots the last thief. Everyone gathers around Santa. Trudy begs her parents to take Santa to the hospital. Santa says he has lived for many years and that this was meant to be his last Christmas. He dies. Trudy cries and says this was the real Santa Claus. Her parents agree, and each family member says they believe in Santa. Moments later, Santa comes back to life. Everyone is shocked. Santa explains that it is Christmas magic, and he does not know how it works. His job is simply to be Santa and do his duty until he is told otherwise. Santa's sleigh arrives. He says goodbye to Trudy and flies away, thinking to himself that he will continue being a good Santa and punishing bad people. And with this, the story of the film comes to an end.